and it is again tonight as first place in the Northern Indiana Conference goes on the line. The Elkhart Lions visit the Penn Kingsmen on this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. How you doing, everybody? Alongside the Hall of Famer Bo Hundt and my partner Angelo Carlo, it's Chuck Freeby. Great to have you with us for another exciting Friday night of high school football on Sports Michiana. The Elkhart Lions are just 2 points away from perfection, losing on opening night to Concord, winning 5 straight since then in Trevon Curry's first season, where he is really trying to set the culture at Elkhart.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things they really said is that defensive culture. Boy, do they have some playmakers on defense, and that's the thing that really drives this team is their defense. They're still trying to find that offensive identity, and I think coming into the night, they're going up against a pretty decent defense, and they're really counting for that offense to get going.
So what's the mindset of this Elkhart team coming in? That's what I asked Trevon Curry moments ago.
When I walked in our locker room before we left, our kids were locked in. They're locked in right now, so they understand how big the day is and what they got to do mentally to get ready for this game. So I'm pleased at where they're at right now mentally.
Penn has been in big games before. In fact, the standard here is so high that some people look at 5-1 as a down season for the Kingsmen. But that's not the way Pete Reardon and his players see it, and they, too, are looking for a little bit of identity on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, when you look at them, I think the beginning of the season, you saw all the points they were throwing up offensively. They got some playmakers. They got some guys that can really put up some numbers. But Penn, traditional power on defense, they're trying to find that defense. They're averaging almost giving up 20 points a game. So they're really trying to find that identity, and we'll see if they can do it tonight.
But Pete Reardon says his team's ready for a big game.
I think it's honestly going to be one of the keys to the football game. With as big and nasty as their defensive front is, offensively we have to take what they're going to give us, be patient, let the big plays happen, come to us without forcing them, and again, just move the ball down the field and hopefully keep their offense on the sideline.
Angelo Carlo roams the sidelines again tonight, and 10 feet away from the sidelines, in between those lines, whoa, do we have some talent here tonight.
We really do in every aspect. 3 Division I players on the Elkhart defensive line alone. And then you talk about all the talent that's on the Penn side in various sports, including wrestling or track and football as well. So lots of talent in this game and just the excitement of what you have coined big boy football. And it's really coming into play this game because last year Elkhart was down. There's no question about that. Penn took care of business. This year, both teams are looking at this game as what will decide the NIC, and both teams are here ready to play and ready for a big effort, and they know they got to have a big effort to win this game.
It is homecoming here at Freed Field. Normally for homecoming, you invite a team you feel you can beat. Well, an Elkhart High School team hasn't won on this field since 1985, so maybe the Lions are looking to spoil the party, and the Kingsmen are looking to celebrate. We'll find out when we look at our St. Joseph County Department pregame show with our Lilliard Insurance Keys to Win, and it all comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
You're watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, Reliance, the Lilliard Insurance Agency, Big C Lumber, Crown Trophy, and these great sponsors.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be Tony Letcher
Shopping for tires. Tire Rack tires. I gotta my tire Let's get long and visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. You're looking live at Freed Field where the Elkhart Lions and Penn Kingsmen have just taken the field. Let's get you ready for this one with a quick look at our Lilliard Insurance keys to win for tonight's game. We'll start with the Elkhart Lions and their outstanding quarterback Quinn Ross, completing 50% of his passes so far this year, 449 yards and 5 touchdowns. But he's also a threat to run it, averaging 6 yards a carry. And then defensively, they're led by the University of Tennessee commit Marion Dye, the 6'6", 270-pound senior, 22 tackles, but 8.5 of them for loss, and he's had 11 quarterback hurries. The keys to win for Trevon Curry and the Lions.
The keys to win tonight for the Lions, they need to win that line of scrimmage, be the more physical team up front, eliminate those foolish penalties. They've had too many of them the last few weeks, and show that this Elkhart team is different than the past Elkhart teams.
Meanwhile, for the Penn Kingsmen, they have a solid quarterback of their own in Kellen Watson, who is completing 50% of his passes, 474 yards, 10 touchdowns, but he averages over 11 yards a carry. Meanwhile, defensively, keep an eye out for cornerback Peyton Horner. He'll be tested tonight, but he has passed the test so far with 5 interceptions on the season. The keys for first-year coach Pete Reardon and the Kingsmen.
The keys to win tonight for the Kingsmen, they need to eliminate those big chunk plays on defense. They need to create explosions on offense with all their playmakers and win the special teams tonight.
Our weather tonight is sponsored by our friends at Hardware Plus. You see Old Glory just barely moving in that gentle zephyr out of the north at 67 gorgeous degrees. Not a chance of rain under clear fall skies tonight.
Tonight's check on what the teams are wearing is brought to you by It's Tops in Mishawaka. Elkhart's wearing the blue helmets, white jerseys and pants. Penn is wearing the gold helmets with the black jerseys and black pants.
We get ready for kickoff. Elkhart has won the toss and deferred, so Penn will receive at the north end of Freed Field. Our opening kick sponsored by CryoEdge Elite Performance and Health. Jeremiah Aguilera, who has had 11 touchbacks so far this season, will do the kicking. And our first quarter brought to us by Monterey Mexican Grill.
Monterey Mexican Grill in Mishawaka. Visit them and discover outstanding, authentic Mexican dishes made daily. Open 7 days a week. Make Monterey Mexican Grill your dine-in or carry-out destination.
That is Colton Hernandez back deep for the Penn Kingsmen as he awaits Aguilera's boot. First place in the Northern Indiana Conference on the line. The 2 6A powers in the north. Big boy football on Sports Michiana. Aguilera's kick is taken at the 1. Hernandez up the middle of the field. Hernandez to the outside. Hernandez all the way into Elkhart territory at the 47. Pete Reardon said special teams would be huge in this game, and he was right off the bat.
Yeah, they said they wanted to win special teams, and right now they're winning it. A huge return for the Kingsmen, getting it into the Elkhart Lions territory to start their first drive.
Here's the grandson trucking replay. He came to the wedge, broke it to the left, and it took a big play from Elkhart just to stop him there as Novell Miller, the transfer from Mishawaka, came over and made the stop. So Penn with the ball, 1st and 10 at the Lions 47, and the senior with speed, Kellen Watson at quarterback. 3rd in the state in the 100 meters last year during track season. Double tights for the Kingsmen. They'll run to the left. J. Don Parker has some room to run, and then he gets stood up at the 44-yard line. They'll spot it at the 43. Let's meet this Penn offense, the opening offense sponsored by Little Finn Swim School. Parker inserted at running back at the Riley game. Tayshawn Bardo, a wide receiver, getting all kinds of D1 looks. Cole Bennett, a nice tight end. And along that offensive line, you've got Aiden Deal, the senior All-American power lifter, and Gavin McGee, anchoring that line, a couple of seniors. 2nd and they'll call it 7. It's basically at the 43-yard line. We've got a flag, and Elkhart goes offsides for 5.
Talked about those foolish penalties that Elkhart's had the last few weeks right there. First series here, right away, jumping off sides, making it a short 2nd down for Penn.
2nd and 1 will be the call from the 38. You see our officiating crew. That's James Craig, the referee, working with Chris Green, Jalen Harris, Jerry Parker, and Mark Herberger. We had them 2 weeks ago for the Northwood Northridge game. Good crew out of the Fort Wayne area. 2nd and 1. Parker up the middle, had a lot of room to run, and then got tossed backwards. Stays on his feet, though, and he's got the first down running out of bounds at the Elkhart 31. Jadon Parker has been a find at running back.
Yeah, here you can see on the Grandson Trucking replay, great job of getting the ball upfield. Had the first down, but as he got spun away, went behind the line. As he kept his motion, he was able to get to the outside and pick up that first down for the Kingsmen.
Parker started the year as a wide receiver for this team. He only got moved to running back because of a bevy of injuries for the Kingsmen at that position, but he now leads them in rushing for the season, and Elkhart jumps offside again.
Really trying to bring pressure up the middle, and you can see they're trying to blitz, get that pressure up there, but they're just being a little bit too aggressive.
Long the problem for Elkhart teams, trying to rein it in and play with discipline. And it's 1st and 5 from the 26. Watson from the pistol. Keeps it himself off the left side. Look out! Kellen Watson is on the move, and he takes it all the way down to the Lions' 13. Pick up a 13 for the Penn quarterback, who is capable of breaking any play.
Yeah, you can see the blitz came on the outside. Great job of picking up the blitz. Opened up the hole for Watson. He's able to pick up the big first down and make it 1st and 10 from the 12.
Jeremiah Mitchell with a beautiful block from his wide receiver spot on the outside. Lions showing blitz, and Watson will look to the sidelines. Coley Moore, the offensive coordinator. Play clock, you see on the TireRack.com scoreboard, down to 5. Parker up the middle. Jitterbugs his way to the outside and then gets smited at the 10.
Our replays tonight are sponsored by Grandson Trucking, William and Kayla Thomas, owners of Grandson Trucking Company, and parents of number 9, middle linebacker Wilson Thomas, are proud supporters of Penn High School. Have a great game and a great season. Go Kingsmen.
And there's the Elkhart defense, sponsored by Sanders Pianowski. Dye and Orozco, both D1 prospects on the outside. Cross Jones having a nice season at linebacker after transferring from Penn. It's 2nd and 7. Mitchell in motion, but it's Watson keeping it himself, and Elkhart read that play well. Anthony Leonard, who has missed a couple of games with an ankle injury, pinches in from the outside linebacker and stops Watson at about the 8-yard line, and that'll set up a 3rd down and about 5. They'll call it 4.
This is where the Lions defense has really been tough all year. Inside the red zone, they've really been able to really stop teams from scoring the touchdowns, having them kick field goals. So we'll see if they can really step up here.
Elkhart 14th in the state in scoring defense, allowing less than 9 points a game. Penn threatening on the opening drive. Watson's going to roll out to his right. He's got room to run, and he will not get the first down. Terrific pursuit by Chance McCullough, number 44, after Zach Anderson wrapped up Watson around the ankles. 4th down in a field goal situation, just like you talked about.
CryoEdge Elite Performance and Health in Elkhart is proud to help athletes from both teams revive, recover, and recharge. They specialize in holistic healing such as cryotherapy, compression therapy, and Firefly light therapy. CryoEdge Elite, 3 minutes to a better you.
The senior Dylan D'Addario on to try a 24-yard field goal. He's 1 for 4 on field goal attempts this year, but 19 of 19 on PATs. The kick is on its way high into the October night and good. And Penn dents the scoreboard first. 8:08 to go in the first quarter, all set up by special teams. The field goal sponsored by the Metal Edge. Penn leads Elkhart 3-0 on Sports Michiana.
In 1969, America celebrated men landing on the moon. Now the USA is trying to return, and Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is helping pave the way. IFT is providing paint, chemical conversion coatings, and non-destructive testing services for NASA's Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft, which will deliver astronauts to the moon and possibly Mars. Help make it happen by joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
go.
Dylan Daddario with the kickoff that'll sail into the end zone for the touchback. And so Penn with a 3-0 lead. Special teams have been dominant for the Kingsmen so far, but now Elkhart gets the ball for the first time. We'll see what their offense can do.
I think Elkhart's defense should be kind of satisfied with only giving up 3 points right there. Huge return. They started on their own for Elkhart's 45. They had 2 big penalties that allowed them to get a couple easy first downs. So in order to stop them and give them 3 points, I think they feel a little bit satisfied, and see if that offense can come alive here for the Lions.
Quinn Rostick, quarterback for the Lions, had a rough night on this field a year ago, but we will see what happens tonight. It's Connor Dow on the handoff off the right side, and a lot of Penn jerseys led by Vinnie Freeman there to meet him after a pickup of 1. Let's go ahead and meet this Elkhart offense after you check out the Grandson Trucking replay, and Freeman coming in there hard along with help from Wrigley Hull that time. We'll meet the Elkhart offense after this second down play. 2nd and 9 for the Lions. Rost again gives it to Dow, and there's just nowhere to room up the middle. Another pickup of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8. So when you look at the Elkhart offense, not only do you see Dow back there, but that's the Elkhart defense. We'll look at the Elkhart offense a little bit later on. Here it is. Novell Miller splitting time with Dow in the backfield. Carson Pollard, the top receiver. Along the front line, Keaton Thompson, the senior, a returning starter, along with Ethan Mann. 3rd and 8. Ross to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, and down he goes. John White was there, and he had plenty of help from that Penn defensive line. J.T. Seeger also in there on the stop. 4th down in a punting situation for Elkhart. As you take a look at this Penn defense, Bonner and Watson having terrific years along the line. Wilson Thomas, one of the leading tacklers on the team. Freeman, the son of the Notre Dame head coach, leads the team in tackles, but we told you about Horner and Keys to Win, a terrific young man in terms of picking off passes.
Yeah, the Penn D-line just really controlled the line of scrimmage there in that first series for Elkhart.
A new punter out there for Elkhart tonight, and Horner will take the kick at the 48, slip a couple of tackles, spin away, and finally take it into Lions territory at the 47. The punt sponsored by Cryo Edge Elite Performance Health.
Coming up at halftime will be our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher. Tony is a lifelong resident of Michiana and a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Letcher Health Markets to connect.
Each team with 1 possession. Both coaches emphasized winning the line of scrimmage, and so far Penn is the one doing.
They've done a great job, especially on offense, which we thought Elkhart might have the advantage, but they're really moving that D-line of Elkhart off the ball to get a little surge right up front.
1st and 10 from the Elkhart 47, just as it was on the first possession. This time Kellen Watson wants to throw, zips the pass, and it goes off the hands of the sliding Tayshawn Bardo and incomplete.
A little behind Bardo on the pass. Looked like he wanted to get out of his hands a little bit earlier than that and just kind of pump faked a little bit and threw it a little late.
Bardo's a young man getting lots of Division I looks. He has offers from Louisville and Vanderbilt. He visited Notre Dame last weekend. He visited Michigan 2 Saturdays ago. So he is getting plenty of attention, and you'll hear his name called a few times tonight. 2nd and 10, Elkhart showing blitz. Watson looks to the sideline for a new call, play clock at 5. Penn has to hurry. Watson turns and hands it off, and we've got a flag thrown on the play. I think we've got illegal motion called against the Kingsmen.
Jason Thompson and the Mental Edge equip local teams and athletes with the skills they need to overcome mental roadblocks, compete with confidence, and reach their potential. Learn more by going to thementaledge.co.
So indeed, an illegal shift called against Penn, and that's going to wind up costing them 5 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and 15. And for the first time tonight, Penn will actually take a snap in its own territory. You're looking at Kellen Watson. He was a receiver on this team last year, caught 567 yards worth of passes as a receiver last season. But they moved him back to quarterback this year, and he's done a solid job running the team. Again, Elkhart showing pressure. Low snap. Here it comes. Watson got rid of it. Tayshawn Bardo one-on-one on the outside, and a face mask flag comes in against Elkhart.
Great job, Bardo, trying to get away. Fortunately, his face mask was grabbed a little bit on that play, and it looks like it's going to be a first down for the Kingsmen.
A 2-yard gain will turn into 17 thanks to the face mask penalty. It happened right at the midfield stripe. And it's the 15-yard variety. Oh, he signaled the wrong way. You'll get another look here from Grandson Trucking as James Craig sorts it out for the crowd. And indeed, it's clear, A, that a face mask was grabbed, and B, that it's against Elkhart.
Our factoids tonight are brought to you by American Technology Components in Elkhart. They strive to positively impact the success of customers, the well-being of associates, and the good in our communities. For nearly 40 years, American Technology Components has provided extraordinary products that enhance the travel experience. Best of luck to both teams tonight from American Technology Components.
That's 3 penalties on Elkhart already for 25 yards. Tyler's stuck in the backfield. And he jumped the gun. Flag is thrown. They're going to let the play go, and Watson run out of bounds after a pickup of 2, but that flag was thrown almost immediately, and Stuck will come out of the game.
It's an interesting chase down there by Marlon Dye, chasing down Kellen Watson. Kellen Watson, as you know, a top 100 runner in the whole state of Indiana, and Marion Dye, of course, going to the University of Tennessee.
And the fact that Marion Dye is 6'5", 6'6", 270 pounds, and moving quickly enough to chase him out of bounds shows you why Tennessee had interest in him, and a lot of other schools as well. 1st and 15 from the Lion 39. Parker back in at tailback for the Kingsmen. Watson again looking to the sidelines. This time Elkhart set up in its base defense. Now showing blitz, and Parker ran right into the blitz, and down he goes. Cross Jones, the son of defensive coordinator Antoine Jones. Both of them were at Penn a year ago, and Cross gets Cross with Jadon Parker right here at the line of scrimmage.
You can see on the Grandson Trucking replay, Elkhart is just doing an all-outs. They're coming after you. They're going to put the pressure on this Kingsman offense and just say, hey, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us deep, but you better get rid of it fast.
By the way, if you get into a passing situation, we'll look at the success that Elkhart has had in pilfering passes here after the 2nd and 15 play. Watson wants to throw. Bardo makes the catch and is brought down after a pickup of 6. Second grab of the night for Tayshawn Bardo, but our factoids you mentioned, they're being sponsored by American Technology Components. And in terms of picking off passes, there are a few teams in the state as good as Elkhart. Their defense has intercepted 14 passes this season, and 3 of those have been pick sixes.
Yeah, just a great job on the defense this year and really going after it. And a lot of that's the pressure that they put on the quarterback up front. Put that pressure on him, make him throw off balance, try to get that ball up in the air just a little bit longer hanging up there.
3rd and 9, you always have to be wary of Watson scrambling, but he's going to throw it here and throw it away, and a flag comes in for roughing the passer on Marion Dye.
Yeah, Dye wanted to get to Watson. He was just a little late. He saw him in his sights, and ball was thrown, and just a little push at the end.
Trevon Curry at practice again tonight in the pregame interview emphasized discipline and eliminating what he calls foolish penalties on Elkhart. It hasn't happened here in the first quarter. That's 4 penalties for 40 yards against the Lions.
Yeah, it would have been 3rd and long in that situation, and instead it's a first down, and pass was thrown away, and actually it would have been 4th down.
Yeah. Instead, 1st and 10 at the Lion 18. Here's Parker off the right side. He's got some room and finally run out of bounds at the 12.
Reminder, our first quarter is brought to you by Monterey Mexican Grill. Stop in for lunch, stop in for dinner. It's a great time at Monterey Mexican Grill.
London Johnson came over and made the tackle. Johnson, one of the best corners in the area, has 5 interceptions this year. So the matchup between him and Bardo tonight should be fascinating. But Penn going to keep it on the ground here with Parker, and nice tackle here by Elkhart's Chance McCullough. The senior defensive end comes over and wraps up Parker at the 11 after a pickup of 1.
Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck supports high school athletics. Whether you want hot coffee, iced or frozen, or energy drinks, Tom's has you covered. Book your event at travelintomscoffee.com.
A little bit of 4-down territory here for the Kingsmen, already up 3-0. They have had the ball almost the entire first quarter. Elkhart has only run 3 offensive plays in the first 9 minutes of this game. Parker was moving before the snap. Both teams very jittery.
Yeah, Parker was falling forward, was hoping that snap count got called a little bit quicker and just fell off balance, stepped forward. And a lot of times in those situations as a running back, if you're not necessarily getting the ball in that play, go ahead and, if you're falling forward, step forward and go in motion a little bit.
A year ago, you might have been able to blame it on the turf here at Penn, but they have brand new turf, and it looks terrific.
Brand new turf, got the Gold Rush and the Wild Bunch down here on the sidelines.
3rd and 8, Watson gets rid of it. Contact before the ball got there as Johnson ran into Tayshawn Bardo, and it's another penalty on Elkhart.
Yeah, Johnson got there just a little early, made a key bump right in front of the official there, and looks like they're going to pick up the first down after a 3rd and 8.
Elkhart has bailed out Penn from a 4th and 8, and now would have been another 4th down where they probably would have had to settle for a field goal. And this will bring the ball all the way up to the 7-yard line, 1st and goal from there. And timeout called by Elkhart. And we'll take one as well. 2:39 to go first quarter. 3-0 Penn on Sports Michiana.
Just graduated high school and now wondering what's next? Ready to start making a difference? Now is your chance. The St. Joe County Police Department Correctional Officer's starting pay is $50,000. Working in the jail can teach you life skills that you can use as a correctional or police officer. Benefits include vacation, medical, dental, and vision. For more information, call Sergeant Kylie Williams at 574-245-6263 or apply at sjcpd.org.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life. 1st and goal from the 8 for Penn. Jadon Parker gets the handoff and gets doubled back and goes down at about the 6-yard line. That looked like a very painful tackle.
Yeah, him and a couple offensive, looked like Cole Bennett, defensive end there. Both of them got bent over a little bit. A lot of times you fall in that situation, lucky your legs and knees and ankles don't get caught up underneath you and get it twisted. And
it was the middle linebacker, Tyreek House, who came over and made the stop. 200-pound senior. So 2nd and goal from the 6. Watson trying to get around the corner to the outside, pursued well and knocked out of bounds at the 3. Boy, Elkhart did a beautiful job that time. First it was Nick Bosworth, and then Frankie Willis finished him off. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Hart City Health and Elkhart cheers on the Lions. Hart City Health is a federally Federal Qualified Health Center, providing affordable, high-quality medical, dental, and behavioral health care to residents of Elkhart County. Learn more at heartcityhealth.org.
If you watched any track and field last spring, Kellen Watson's most competitive races, the races where anybody was the closest to him, was anytime Elkhart was on the track. The Lions have some speed of their own, and they're trying to show it here. Watson can't get around the corner. He's flushed out of bounds at the 8. A loss of 5 on the play. Chance McCullough was the guy that kind of got to him first. 4th down in a field goal situation, and again, the Elkhart defense in the red zone spectacular.
Yeah, and I think Penn's just going to go ahead and take the points. The way that Elkhart's offense been playing this year, the way they feel their defense stopped them on that first drive, they're just going to go ahead and take the points here and go up 6-0 if they make it.
You'll see Dylan D'Addario at halftime in our student-athlete feature, but he might be doing a lot of scoring tonight the way this one's unfolding. 26-yard attempt here. The snap, set down, and kick are on their way, and no good. He missed it to the right. So the Elkhart defense really dodges a bullet here and will take over on offense, down only 3-0 with 1:42 left in the quarter.
For more than 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They're nationally known and locally run by an outstanding team that believes in supporting the Michiana community. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Elkhart was very conservative on its first possession. Ran right up the middle all 3 times and gained just 1 yard. Let's see how they play it here. And Quinn Ross will be in the pistol with 2 wides to each side. Ross drops back, throws to the right. Connor Dow makes the catch, and the running back dives forward to the 28-yard line for a pickup of 8 on Ross' first pass of the night.
Look for Elkhart maybe to go to that passing game. Looked like Penn was really stuffing up that run game up the middle. Elkhart wasn't able to get any push.
For Dow, that's his 5th reception coming out of the backfield. Now they'll use Deuce backfield. And it's Novell Miller, the transfer from Mishawaka, and Penn is glad to greet him. All kinds of black jerseys that time, led by Wrigley Hull, the linebacker, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Miller and Carmine Orozco, both transferring to Elkhart in the offseason from Mishawaka, were ineligible to play in the first game as the IHSA still investigated the transfer, which they initially denied, and then on appeal wound up overturning their decision and allowing them to play beginning in week 2. 3rd and 2 from the 28. Miller, right side. Miller takes a bunch of licks and gets to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And again, Wrigley Hull, who's having a big game, 3-sport athlete here at Penn, wrestler and shot putter, and he stops Miller short, and Elkhart's going to have to punt it away, but they'll wait until the end of the quarter.
Thank you to Barnaby's in Twin Branch for feeding our crew tonight. Barnaby's of Mishawaka has 3 great locations, Twin Branch, Granger, and on Grape Road. And congratulations to owner Mike Lane, who this week celebrated 55 years of working at Barnaby's.
That's the end of one here at Freed Field in Mishawaka. Penn came out fired up. They've had the command of this game, but this is the only kick that has mattered so far. A 3-pointer from Dylan D'Addario. Since then, the defenses have dominated. 3-0 Kingsman after 1 on Sports Michiana.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family. Tom's.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. The punt from Jordan Hundt, dropped by Tayshawn Bardo. It's still loose, and Elkhart has it at the Penn 31.
I thought for sure there was a collision on that by an Elkhart. Here you can see on the Grandson Trucking replay.
He was shoved into him, though, by the Penn player.
Yeah,
that's why they didn't call it.
Yep, and that's what it was. From up here, we couldn't quite see who actually touched the ball. Bardo's the one that actually touched the ball, but he got hit by another Penn player where Elkhart pushed him in. They throw a flag on the play.
Well, the flag was against Penn. The penalty declined because Elkhart recovered the fumble at the 31. Pete Reardon wants an explanation because James Craig has been pointing the wrong way. That kick was sponsored by Cryo Edge Elite Performance and Health. Our second quarter brought to us by Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck.
Yeah, Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck supports high school athletics, whether you want hot coffee, iced or frozen, or energy drinks. Tom's has you covered. Book your event at TravelinTomsCoffee.com.
Pete Reardon wanted the catch interference as well. We'll get down to Ange after this first down play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31 for Elkhart. Novell Miller in the backfield next to Quinn Rost. And Rost is looking to throw. Scrambles to his left, in trouble, and down he goes at the 45. Quinn Watson with his 6th sack of the season. His 7th, actually. No, excuse me, that's Christian Bonner. Bonner with his 3rd sack of the season. You'll see it again on the Grandson Trucking replay. Quickly downstairs to Angelo to Carlo with a Patrick sideline report.
Yeah, you know what, guys? It's very interesting to see. Pre-game, we talked about Penn's defense needing to improve and Elkhart's offense needing to improve, and so far it's been Penn's defense certainly coming to play here. That punt, that situation, maybe was going to be a benefit for Elkhart's offense, but then you see what happens on that last play in the sack, and things just not clicking right now for Elkhart's offense.
To say the least. 2nd and 21. Rost again wants to throw. Has to step up in the pocket, running out of time, and down he goes. Kenny Welsh comes in and gets him at the line of scrimmage.
Just doesn't have time to get up into the pocket, time to look downfield. He's got some routes underneath open early, but those are the things they're not really looking for at this point because they, quite frankly, 2nd and 21 and now 3rd and 22. They're trying to get the ball down the field.
Well, Penn's defensive line is just getting off the ball quicker than Elkhart's offensive line. It's as simple as that right now. 3rd and 22 from the Kingsman 43.
8 seconds on the play clock. They need to hurry up and get to the line, down to 5.
Elkhart has already used 1 timeout in the first half. And the play clock expires. Did Elkhart use a timeout? They did. And we'll take one as well. 10:13 to go first half. 3-0 Penn on Sports Michiana.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Patrick, empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959.
Hey, you want your team to look great? Well, It's Tops can help. They're the official outfitter for a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana, and they can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
3rd and 22 for Elkhart at the Penn 43. Play action, Ross got rid of it and threw it a little too wide, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Carson Pollard.
Events by Pro Show has been a proud supporter of PHM for decades, specializing in audio, visual, lighting, and DJ services. Their team is dedicated to your event's success. Learn more at eventsbyproshow.com.
So Jordan Hart on to kick again for Elkhart. His kick sponsored by CryoEdge Elite Performance Health. Peyton Horner, one of the deep men, along with Tayshawn Bardo for the Kingsmen. They'll stand inside their 10. High snap, but Hart with an end-over-end kick that'll hit, and Horner took it at his own 3. That surprised me a little bit. He got back to the 10. If he lets that ball go, it's in the end zone.
Yeah, it's one of those where he saw it hop right towards him, so he's like, I'm just going to pick it up and take it, but would have been better off, like you said, letting it go in the end zone.
It's easy to say from up here.
Yep.
When you're down there fielding the kick, I can understand why he did what he did. It just wasn't the correct decision.
Elkhart's defense comes back out on the field. Their defense is sponsored by Sanders Pianowski. Their professional service to their clients is their first and compelling priority. The firm of Sanders Pianowski wish both teams well in tonight's game, serving the community for decades and decades to come. Sanders Pianowski on the Riverwalk in downtown Elkhart.
Jadon Parker at tailback comes right up the middle of that Elkhart defense and finally stood up by Chase Bussard, but not until Parker gets to the 17 for a pickup of 7.
Penn's offensive starters tonight were brought to you by Little Finn's Swim School. They provide more than swim lessons. They give your child life-saving skills with a new location on Merrifield in Mishawaka. Little Finn's is also Lily Carlo certified Little Finn Swim School, building confidence in the water 15 minutes at a time, and go Kingsmen.
If it's good enough for Lily, it's good enough for you. What a nice tackle that time for Elkhart as Carmine Orozco, the transfer from Mishawaka, picks up his 8th tackle for loss of the season. He flings down Parker at the 16. You get another look from Grandson Trucking at the pursuit here by Orozco. Parker now 8 carries, 29 yards tonight. 3rd and 4, and an interesting call here for new offensive coordinator Coley Moore, the former Penn quarterback. Play clock at 5. Watson running towards the near sideline. Orozco got him again. Boy, was he cat quick right there.
Wow, he held outside containment great, kept his outside shoulder open. You can see here in the Grandson Trucking replay, see how he keeps his outside shoulder open right there and is able to get out and get Watson, keep containment from him getting up the field.
He is committed to play his football for Chuck Martin over at Miami of Ohio, and I bet you the old Red Hawk coach is smiling seeing that play. 4th and 8, and now Dylan D'Addario has to kick from his own end zone. Frankie Willis is a dangerous return man for Elkhart, standing at midfield. D'Addario's punt. Willis fields at the 44. Look out, he's got a head of steam. To a 24, a 20-yard return for the flashy Elkhart sophomore.
Great return for Elkhart, great field position. See if they can do something with this and put some points on the scoreboard.
Willis, a member of the basketball team as well, dynamic with his speed. And Elkhart with its best field position of the night, down to the Kingsman 24. But this Penn defense has been absolutely dominant so far tonight. They have held Elkhart to -3 total yards in the first 16 minutes and 15 seconds. Rost hands off. And it's a run for Alonzo Newbern, and he takes it up to the 11-yard line for Elkhart first down. That's sponsored by Hart City Health. Their first down of the night comes in the second quarter.
Burn Boot Camp, an inclusive gym with the best community. Burn Boot Camp in Granger is a proud supporter of local youth sports and Penn football. Burn offers 45-minute strength and conditioning camps led by personal trainers with free child watch. Sign up for a free trial at burnbootcamp.com.
Now Novell Miller comes back into that Elkhart backfield. He had 3 touchdowns last week in their win over St. Joe. 1st and 10 from the Kingsman 11. Dow in motion, but it's Miller trying to go up the middle and bowling his way down to about the 7.
Crystal Clear Pools in Osceola is a proud supporter of high school athletics. To all the student athletes, band members, and cheerleaders participating this fall, keep up the hard work and thank you for being leaders in your schools and community from Crystal Clear Pools.
Miller was starting to come off the field. Now he comes back on as they send him back in with the play. 2nd and 6 from the Penn 7. Elkhart trying to grab the lead. Dow in motion. Tries to round the corner. Has Miller in front of him. Dow towards the end zone. He's knocked out of bounds just shy, but it'll be 1st and goal at the 1.
That Elkhart Lions offense is finally found a little bit of space, trying to get to the outside, picking up some much-needed yards and first down, sponsored by Hart City Health.
And you see Dow getting some love from his teammates. The Lions have their chance right here. Scoreboard says 3rd and 1, but it says 1st down on the down marker across the side. Jumbo set here for Elkhart. They're going to try to run to the left. Dow up the middle, touchdown Elkhart. Connor Dow's 7th touchdown of the season, and Elkhart takes the lead 6-3.
Exactly what the Lions needed. Put some points on the scoreboard here in the second quarter to take the lead, especially after the great field position they had from that punt return.
Connor Dow takes it on in for the score, and now an all-important extra point from Colin Krempek, the senior. Trey Fidel, the backup quarterback, is the holder. Snap, set down, kick are all good, and with 6:22 to go in the first half, the Lions do not sleep tonight. They get sparked by a Frankie Willis punt return and take it in for the score. 7-3 Elkhart on Sports Michiana.
You dream it, we design it. You need it, we've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on, let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level today. Let's become better together. This is Patrick.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Jeremiah Aguilera on to try the Cryo Edge Elite Performance Health kickoff. The last time he did that, Colton Hernandez had a great kickoff return, so this time the kick goes out of bounds, and Penn will have it 1st and 10 at its own 35.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. You want to help? Learn more on joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
And Penn doesn't want to take the penalty at the 35, so they're going to make Elkhart kick it again. That's the confidence that Penn has in its return game. And let's face it, special teams have played a huge role in this game so far.
Yeah, and Penn really believes that they have something special with their kick return team and their special teams in general, and feel that they can win that aspect, and they're wanting to set up a big return here.
Also, it bears mentioning, Elkhart had 5 penalties for 50 yards in the first quarter.
Yep.
They have not had, now this will be a penalty here for 5 yards, but this is their first penalty of the second quarter, and when they play clean football, they play very well.
Yeah, instead of taking the penalty and having the ball at the 35-yard line, they're going to move them back 5 yards, let them kick again, and see if they can get a bigger return.
After the kick, we'll go downstairs to Angelo to Carlo as he's got a special guest lined up. But first, Aguilera. We'll see if he can somehow thwart Hernandez with this kick, and he'll try a squib, and Penn will take it and fall out at the 38. So they pick up 3 yards on the exchange. Let's go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report with Angelo DiCarlo. And speaking of Patrick, I guess that's where your guest is from.
Yeah, we've got a Patrick Industries employee involved in marketing, Langston Johnson, former Elkhart Central football player. Let's start with that. You're doing video for your former team as well, your former, well, I would say school, but you were Central, this is Elkhart. But how much fun is it to be able to do this for them?
I just remember having this one back when I was in high school, and how much I just enjoyed, just seeing myself, seeing our highlights, seeing my team's success all over the place, and to be able to have this for like a new generation of athlete, it's just so much fun to me. I wanted to stick around the sport as much as I could, and this allows me to.
What caused you to get involved with videography and photography, as we see a nice pickup there by Kellen Watson?
Just wanted to stay around. I wasn't in a position anymore to play sports. I didn't want to coach, and so I thought, what, I like to do video. I like marketing and stuff like that. So I was like, what, let's give this a shot, and I absolutely fell in love with it.
You're working at Patrick in the marketing department as a photographer. We're very happy to have Patrick as our Sideline Report sponsor. Obviously, they don't have to sponsor for local things, but they do because they believe in the community. Tell us about that environment that you guys have over there at Patrick.
Yeah, we have just a great environment. I came in and could immediately tell just how much people love being at Patrick and working at Patrick, how much effect that they have in the community. I've been in Elkhart all my life, and you just hear the name Patrick everywhere. So to be able to, work for such a great organization that has such deep roots in Elkhart, it's a joy for me.
Langston, thank you very much. Get back to work. That's Langston Johnson, Elkhart alum.
If you're wondering why the ball got moved back to the 45, there was a block in the back against Penn, and then Watson on 1st and 2 tries to hit his tight end Cole Bennett along the line, but overthrows him.
Hey, Chuck, you know what the best barbecue in Granger is?
Oh, my gosh, there's a great one out there on 23. I think it's Dean's Barbecue.
You're right. That's Dean Barbecue. They're home for the best barbecue in Granger. They're more than just a barbecue, though. They're a full-service, chef-driven restaurant where everything is made from scratch. Good food with good friends and a great atmosphere. Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant on 23 and Bittersweet in Granger.
Got to get out there. Here's another flag thrown. This one's going to be against the Kingsmen. A false start on Penn. And that turns a 2nd and 2 into 2nd and 7. And this is an Elkhart defense that feasts on teams when they're in long-distance situations.
Yeah, penalties that this Kingsman offense can't afford right now, especially after Elkhart going down and taking the lead 7-3, and this Elkhart defense just really stepping up.
Been a very sloppy game so far. 2nd and 7 from the 40. Watson with time, scrambles. Now he's going to tuck it under and try to run up the middle, and that was a good call on his part because he's got the first down up to the 49-yard line. Kellen Watson trusting in his feet and picking up 9.
A little slow getting up there, and I believe that's because you see Big Marion Dye chasing him from behind and chases him all the way down. And puts a little hit on him there at the end.
That's some pretty good hustle again by the defensive end, 6'6", 270. Considered Indiana's top college prospect by On3 Recruiting. 1st and 10 from its own 49 for Penn. Jadon Parker up the middle. He got stuck by Tyreek House that time, and Tyreek brings them down after a pickup of 4.
Upgrading your window treatments? Don't DIY it. Call Quality Window Treatments with free in-person consultations, design help, and local installation. There's no guesswork required. Visit qualitywindowtreatment.com and see your space in a whole new light.
Penn with just 68 yards total offense here in the first half as you look at Trevon Curry, the former Elkhart defensive coordinator, now the head coach. He, like Langston Johnson, an Elkhart Central grad. Here's Watson's throw, and it was almost picked by London Johnson. Johnson, who has 5 interceptions on the year, nearly had number 6 as they looked for Tayshawn Bardo out in the flat. You get another look from Grandson Trucking.
Yeah, just a great job getting that ball out quick, but Johnson, like you talked about, playing that tight coverage, man up. They're expecting their defense to put pressure on Watson.
You get the feeling Elkhart has settled down a little bit after a very anxious first quarter. And now it's Penn that seems to be showing a little bit of signs of anxiety here. 3rd and 7. Watson again to throw. Unloads, and it's too far for Tayshawn Bardo. Carmine Orozco was applying the pressure, pulled up so he didn't get the roughing the passer penalty.
Hardware Plus roots for the Kingsmen and has been Osceola's favorite local hardware store for nearly a century. Featuring a wide selection of products and customer service experts, Hardware Plus, where service begins with the words, "How can I help you?" and a handshake.
So it's Dylan DeDario on to kick once again. Frankie Willis is the deep man for Elkhart, standing down at his 10. Lions lead at 7-3, just under 5 minutes to go, first half. No pressure on DeDario. He hangs this one out. Willis will let it hit, and it's going to take a roll inside the 5-yard line. Beautiful kick by DeDario. 60% of his punts this year have been stopped inside the 20, and that was a 43-yarder with no return. Elkhart now has to take over at its 5-yard line. 1st and 10. 4:48 to go in the first half. It's a little early to start thinking about timeouts, but both teams have them to use.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Kingsmen defense really to get better field position for their offense here if they can shut this Lions offense down, who had a lot of help by the punt return last time.
Quinn Ross lines up at his own goal line and hands it off. And a decent run up the middle that time for about 3 yards. Let's see if we can pick up who it was, whether it was Novell Miller or Alonzo Newbern. It was Miller that time. And it'll be 2nd and 7.
Stip Law in South Bend says, "Go Kingsmen's and have a great season." Stip Law achieves positive results by providing comprehensive, passionate representation. Stip Law, legal help for all life hurdles.
They fake to Miller. Ross keeps it himself on a quarterback keeper. Look at Quinn Ross working his way up the field to the 33-yard line. A nifty run of 25 for the Elkhart quarterback, and a first down sponsored by Hart City Health.
Great job here. You can see on the Grandson Trucking replay, Quinn with some great speed getting to the outside and picking up that big first down for the Lions.
Colton Hernandez made the tackle. Now back to live action. Miller like a bowling ball bouncing off tacklers. Vinnie Freeman finally trips him up, but not until Miller gets 11, and there's a Penn player down on the field. Another first down sponsored by Hart City Health. But they'll tend to the Kingsmen down on the field with 3:44 to go in the first half. 7-3 Elkhart on Sports Michiana.
I joined Notre Dame Federal Credit Union a long time ago.
1978.
I've been a member over 15 years.
I've worked with Notre Dame my whole banking life. 44 years. I have my checking account there. I have my savings account there.
Really value the community-based banking system.
My credit card with Notre Dame. I have my car insurance with Notre Dame.
I can't say enough good things, really.
I have my auto loans with Notre Dame.
My whole life is at Notre Dame Credit
I will
Union.
remain with them until the day I die.
It's one unique, one special vibe. Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Wrigley Hall walked off under his own power, but holding his left shoulder. 1st and 10 for Elkhart at its own 44. It's Connor Dow on an end around, and Dow is tripped up after a pickup of 7 into Penn territory to the 49.
Locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax. Central Automotive, we're here for all your automotive needs.
Elkhart really rotating its running backs tonight. Alonzo Newbern in there now on 2nd and 3. Newbern, a guy that really gives them a burst of speed in the backfield, and he'll try to show it here, but Jonathan Searfoss, who just took it over for Hull at linebacker, spins him down for a loss of 1.
Great
Searfoss,
job.
A member of the wrestling team.
Yeah, great job of coming up, filling that outside gap, and wrapping up. I mean, that's the big thing, right? When you're coming into a game and replacing somebody, you got to understand to wrap up. Don't be over aggressive. He did a great job coming up and keeping containment.
Rost has only completed 1 pass in 2 attempts so far tonight. We'll see what Elkhart calls here on 3rd and 4 from the midfield stripe. It's an end around to Dow. He wants to throw a pass. He's got a man out there. Carson Power to the 19. They worked on that play in practice on Tuesday. It worked beautifully then. It did now. 32 yards and a Hart City Health first down.
I think the biggest thing here is, as a running back, when you're throwing that pass, do not lead him too far. Running backs have a tendency to overthrow that halfback pass. He did a great job throwing it to Pollard, putting it right on the money, and Pollard understood the assignment of just grabbing it and picking up that big play.
Coaches like to see how plays work in practice, and if they work in practice, they're tempted to use them in games, and that was a great call there by offensive coordinator John Kirkton. Now it's Novell Miller bouncing off people and taking it up to the 15-yard line. Again, it's Searfoss on the tackle for Penn after the pickup of 3.
The Penn Boosters always cheered for the Kingsmen, and last year the Boosters awarded over $110,000 to various academic clubs and teams. Support the Penn Boosters by following them on Facebook or go to thepennbooster.org.
2nd and 6 from the 14. Rost under siege, nearly stripped, down he goes. Kenny Welsh with the sack, his first of the season. Young man who had played football since the age of 5 and was a running back as a freshman, with a big play from the linebacker spot back to the 19. Loss of 4 on the play. Elkhart with 2 timeouts remaining and a minute left here in the half. They're in field goal range right now for Colin Krempek. Rost hands off to Miller on a stretch play. Miller uses his power to pick up 2 yards and also center it up for Krempek.
I think that's what their goal was to do, is to center it up to get better opportunity to make this field goal. Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Link your Elevate credit or debit card and your nonprofit earns 1% cash back. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/Elevate to learn more.
That is some beautiful clock management by Elkhart. They will be able to drain the clock as much as they want to, take the timeout, and send their field goal unit out onto the field. And the timeout called, by the way, timeouts tonight, sponsored by Events by Pro Show.
Hey, since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreation experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the field.
So Elkhart looking at what would probably be about a 34-yard field goal attempt here. Well within the range of Krempek, who hit a 41-yarder in their win over New Prairie. That field goal, by the way, wound up being the difference in the game. Penn has blocked 2 kicks this season. That's worth mentioning, too. The Kingsmen have always prided themselves on their special teams and will look to grab some momentum here if they can force a miss or block the kick. Krempek from 34, snap, kick, it got partially blocked, and it's no good. So the Penn defense comes up with a big stand at the end of the half to keep it 7-3. We get ready to go downstairs for a sideline report. Here's Hodge.
All right, Coach, I know you would like to get that field goal there at the end, but overall being ahead 7-3 at half, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been a dogfight right now. We got to clean some things up offensively and stop shooting ourselves in the foot on defense. But, yeah, wish we would have got that 3 points right there, but we get the ball back at half. So we'll go in there and clean some things up and get ready for a crazy second half.
Special teams has been huge for you guys so far. Touch on that a little bit.
I mean, they've been huge for us all year. Again, I was banking on Colin getting that right now, but Frankie had a big return there. So I know, again, we got to clean some things up, especially in special teams, too, and get ready for a crazy second half. That's all I can say.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. Best of luck in the second half. Obviously, it was great for them in terms of special teams, in terms of the returns, but as you mentioned, the missed field goal could cost them down the road. 7-3, Elkhart leading. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
Anja's sideline reports brought to us by Patrick. A whale of a first half with all kinds of big plays, most of them coming on special teams. The defenses were dominant too. You see the sack by Christian Bonner, but it was the touchdown by Connor Dow and then a flea flicker that nearly led to another big play. 7-3 Elkhart at the half. When we come back, our Tony Letcher Health Market student athletes are next on Sports Michiana.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh!
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliert Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliert Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliert. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
Athletes of the Week brought to you by our good friend Tony Letcher at Health Markets, and we are joined by Dylan D'Addario of Penn, a senior for the Kingsmen, and Max Malloy, a senior with Elkhart. We'll start with Max, who is an outstanding cross-country runner, is a member of the swim team, great member of the track team as well, also has a 4.45 GPA, ranked 3rd in Elkhart's huge senior class. How in the world do you pull it all off between academics and athletics?
Great time management skills. I try to manage my time very wisely and just make sure I keep my task in order.
You have a great opportunity next year. You're going to go down to Belmont in Nashville, run there, a Division I school. How exciting is that? And a gorgeous campus down there as well.
Yeah, it's super exciting. A huge opportunity for me and my teammate to go down there and run cross country and track. Super excited for that.
A lot of hills there.
Yeah, very hilly. Yeah.
You're going to study accounting and finance. Tell us why.
I'm just really interested in finance and the stock market in general. So, yeah, that's why I picked that major.
What does being an Elkhart Lion mean to you, Max?
It means a lot. The community is very deep, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Max, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dylan D'Addario is a senior at Penn High School. He is a member of the football team, played soccer for 3 years, a member of the track team, now joined the bowling team as well. 4.01 GPA. I'll ask you the same question. How do you balance everything?
Well, just spending a lot of time, organizing when I'm going to do stuff and also getting a lot done in school and also having a really good relationship with your teachers. That helps a lot.
You're also involved in freshman mentoring. Tell us a little bit about that and why you do it.
So my freshman year, I had a mentor named Zach. He was in the baseball team. I thought he was pretty cool. And I remember he'd always say hi to me in the hallways when I was a freshman, and that always made me feel like I was kind of included in a way. So I wanted to be that kind of person for other freshmen and help other people, just learn the school and better understand Penn.
I know you're going through the recruiting process and looking to kick or punt in college, but you're also long-term looking to be a lawyer. Tell us why.
I just have a niche for understanding the law and helping people where they might not know how to help themselves.
What does being a Penn Kingsman mean to you, and how has Penn prepared you for the future?
Penn's done everything, great education, amazing coaches, amazing people. And Dave Shabana's right there. It's my guy. And, gold standard just defines Penn really well.
Dylan, thank you very much. Congratulations. Max, congratulations one more time. Max Malloy, Dylan D'Addario, our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have more from your Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week right after this.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, Precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me. What? Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
What?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
In 1969, America celebrated men landing on the moon. Now the USA is trying to return, and Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is helping pave the way. IFT is providing paint, chemical conversion coatings, and non-destructive testing services for NASA's Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft, which will deliver astronauts to the moon and possibly Mars. Help make it happen by joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
Just graduated high school and now wondering what's next? Ready to start making a difference? Now is your chance. The St. Joe County Police Department Correctional Officer's starting pay is $50,000. Working in the jail can teach you life skills that you can use as a correctional or police officer. Benefits include vacation, medical, dental, and vision. For more information, call Sergeant Kylie Williams at 574-245-6263 or apply at sjcpd.org.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, putting people over profits. The Penn Marching Kingsmen entertaining the crowd here at Freed Field on homecoming. Elkhart leading Penn 7-3 here at the intermission as we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Hundt high above the fray. And we said both teams were working on some aspects of their game, and it's been a little sloppy at times, but the defenses have both been impressive.
Yeah, we knew Elkhart's defense would be really impressive, and they really impressed me all night. I mean, they were backed up early in the game, especially in the first quarter twice, that they had, first and goal for Penn both times, and they held them to only 3 points and a missed field goal. So I think they really stepped up, like you said, a little sloppy, some penalties out there, and it goes both ways. Both teams have been a little sloppy out there. We'll see them to clean that up at halftime and see what kind of adjustments both teams make.
Well, let's show you how it got to be this way so far tonight at Freed Field as we take a look at our halftime highlights. Kellen Watson moved Penn into the red zone on the first possession. Then Dylan D'Addario hit a 24-yard field goal, 3-0 Penn. Vinny Freeman and the Penn defense came out smoking in the first quarter, really gave Quinn Rost and the Elkhart offense fits. But a fumble recovery on special teams gave Connor Dow possession there. Penn's defense stiffened after that, though. Christian Bonner a big sack there. Finally, Carmine Orozco came up with a big hit, and Elkhart went to work after a Frankie Willis punt return. Connor Dow takes it on down to the 1 yard line. Then Dow plows it in for the touchdown. 7-3 Elkhart. Looked like they'd score again on this Dow flea flicker to Carson Pollard, but Elkhart missed the field goal at the end of the half. So it's 7-3 Elkhart here at the intermission, and we get ready to sound it downstairs for a Patrick Sideline Report. Angelo DiCarlo has a special guest. Ange?
All right, Chuck, thank you very much. Here with Greg Dykes, the legendary baseball coach here at Penn High School, entering his 38th season as the head coach of the Kingsmen. 38 years, Greg. You still enjoying it?
Still enjoying it. Kids are great. They're keeping me young, trying to stay in shape and keep them going.
One of your former guys, Nico Cavadis, having an outstanding year, got up to the big leagues. How cool is that to see?
That's the coolest thing. It's a feather in everybody's cap. I use him as an example with my players all the time. What it takes to get there. I mean, he was a cage rat ever since I known him. He was the first one to get to practice, the last one to leave in the batting cages, and it's just great to see all that hard work pay off for him.
Did you see it coming when he was in high school? Did you think that was a possibility? Because I think we saw, okay, maybe Notre Dame, yeah, that could happen, but I don't know if anyone necessarily pegged him to be an MLB player one day.
He had the tools. And you could see it coming. He needed to tweak a few things, and once he got that under control, he was going to take off.
What do you like about your group coming back for this season?
I think we're going to be solid. We got some young pitchers, unproven pitchers. We have some holes to fill, but we also have some veteran players that have some varsity experience. I'm excited. I think we're going to be okay. We'll hold our own.
2 years ago, you won your 6th state championship. You now have had time to reflect a little bit from that time. What state championship stands out the most out of the 6 that you've won?
They're all great, but I would have to say my first one, that was when I was coaching my eldest son. He was my shortstop in '94, and that's always my first one right there.
And then a little bit about tonight. Obviously, great crowd on hand here. You're looking up into the stands going, wow, that's a lot of people. How awesome is this atmosphere here to be a part of this for the Penn Kingsmen?
This is great. This is the way it should be. This is Penn football right here, and it's great to see the stands packed like this and people having a good time and watching a very good game.
I believe Pete Reardon was an assistant for you in baseball at one point. Tell us a little bit about those days and what you like about Pete as now the head coach of the football team.
Pete is an excellent coach. I know as a baseball coach, he was a former pitcher, and he handled my pitchers. And just the way he handled the kids, I knew he was going to be a big plus for them on the football staff right here. I'm glad he got the job.
Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck next season.
Thank you.
That is Greg Dykes, the head coach of the Penn Kingsmen baseball team. Chuck and Bo, we'll send it back upstairs to you.
All right, we'll give some folks some scores from around the area, Bo, because obviously this is a big game in the NIC, but there are some others in the conference tonight. New Prairie on top of Marion 21-7 over at Atulski Field, that in the first half. Battle of winless teams at School Field, and Adams leads Washington at the half 21-14. We also have some big games in the NLC tonight. Big game, not the word for what's going on at Jake Field, as Concord leads Goshen in the third quarter 49-0. They've got a running clock going there. Northridge looking impressive. They lead Wawasee right now 37-8. Interesting game down at the Rock Pile. Yeah. Northwood leads Plymouth in the third quarter 10-7. Stop me if you've heard this before, but Dominic DeFreitas has hit a field goal to give Northwood the lead.
That Plymouth team, I'm telling you what, they came and they showed out last week, and they're a believer of us, and they're a believer of everybody now. They're the real deal.
North Judson looking like a number one team in 1A. They lead Winnemac by a count of 41-0. Also up in Michigan, Berrien Springs with a 10-6 lead on Buchanan right now. That game is in the third quarter. Rochester, good team in 2A.
Yeah,
they lead Northfield 36-7. Michigan City and Portage are in the second quarter. That's a 0-0 game right now over at Portage. West Noble and Lakeland in the Northeast Corner Conference. Both these teams 5-1. Seth Pruitt having another big night for the Chargers. They're up 21-0 on the Lakers. Ryan O'Shea thought his team had a really good chance coming into this one, but boy, West Noble looking solid. They could be dangerous in 3A.
Yeah, they definitely could. I think that's a real quality team in that 3A. They're a sneaky team that nobody's really talking about.
And those are the scores that we have right now. Here it's 7-3 in favor of Elkhart over at Penn. We're back with second half play-by-play from Freed Field. Thanks for visiting us in the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. They put people over profits. We put spots on next here on Sports Michiana.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights. To pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners, so you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
You dream it, we design it. You need it, we've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on, let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level today. Let's become better together. This is Patrick.
I joined Notre Dame Federal Credit Union a long time ago.
1978.
I've been a member over 15 years.
I've worked with Notre Dame my whole banking life.
44 years.
I have my checking account there, I have my savings account there.
Really value the
community-based banking system.
My credit card with Notre Dame, I have my car insurance with Notre Dame.
I can't say enough good things, really.
I have my auto loans with Notre Dame.
My whole life is at Notre Dame
I
Credit
will
Union.
remain with them until the day I die.
It's one unique, one special vibe.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless. They are announcing the homecoming king and queen here at Penn High School. And Brady Plummer was named the homecoming king. I didn't catch the name of the young lady who was just announced as homecoming queen, but you can see them down there. So let's go downstairs to Angelo Carlo for a Patrick sideline report.
All right, Chuck had a chance to talk briefly with Pete Reardon as he was coming back out to the field, the Penn head coach, and ask him what his thoughts on the first half and his thoughts going into the second half. And he said the biggest thing is we just have to clean things up. We cannot afford costly mistakes at the inopportune times. As for what he told his team at the half in terms of what they have to make sure they don't do in the second half, and that's make sure they don't turn the ball over, because he knows this is going to be a nail-biter the rest of the way. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
All right, and investigative reporting has uncovered that Lydia Shelley is the homecoming queen here at Penn. So congratulations to Lydia and Brady for their honors.
Congratulations to both of them. And Stip Law in South Bend says, go Kingsmen and have a great season. Stip Law achieves positive results by providing comprehensive, passionate representation. Stip Law, legal help for all of life hurdles. They're our third quarter sponsor.
So you'll recall that Trevon Curry told us at the break, while he was a little bit bothered by the Krempek miss on the 41-yard field goal, or the 34-yard field goal, I should say, that he was confident that his team was going to get the ball back and be able to do something to start the second half. Bo just told you, third quarter brought to us by Stip Law. It's Dylan D'Addario on the kickoff for the Kingsmen. And D'Addario with a line drive kick that goes into the end zone for a touchback. He is a weapon on those kind of plays, so Elkhart will have it 1st and 10 from the 20.
Doesn't have to be Taco Tuesday to visit Monterey Mexican Grill in Mishawaka. Discover their outstanding, authentic Mexican dishes made daily. They're open 7 days a week. Make Monterey Mexican Grill your dine-in or carry-out destination.
In the first half, Elkhart threw the ball for 40 yards. They ran it for 59. 99 yards total offense. The leading ball carrier is Novell Miller, 6 carries, 23 yards. The leading passer was actually Connor Dow. 32 yards on the flea flicker. Empty backfield for Quinn Rost here on 1st and 10 from the 20. Alonzo Newbern in motion, but Rost will keep it himself, try to run to the other side, and that's not going to happen. Not on the watch of Christian Bonner.
He just had no place to go on that. 3 guys, including Bonner, waiting for him on the opposite side in the backfield. And just like that, 2nd and long for the Lions.
And it's been that way a lot for Elkhart tonight. Penn has been tough to run on, with the exception of one drive when Elkhart was able to punch it in for the touchdown. Ross throws out in the flat. Alonzo Newbern makes the catch, and a terrific open field tackle by Kenny Welsh, who is having himself a game tonight at linebacker. Welsh, a 3-sport athlete.
Our instant replays tonight are sponsored by Grandson Trucking. William and Kayla Thomas, owners of Grandson Trucking Company and parents of number 9 middle linebacker Wilson Thomas, are proud supporters of Penn High School. Have a great game and a great season, and go Kingsmen from Grandson Trucking.
Quick story about Wilson Thomas. He saved his mother's life this year using CPR, found her unresponsive, managed to get her heart beating in time for the medics to come and get her. Number 9 down there on the Penn defense is a hero to his family. His father took the time to send a thank you note to the Penn schools, but primarily the teacher that taught Wilson how to do CPR. His mom wound up being in a coma, but it looks now like she's going to make a full recovery thanks to the quick actions of Wilson Thomas learning CPR through the Penn schools.
Just another one of those things that Penn's able to offer their students, and grateful for him and his family is for paying attention in that class.
Well, I remember we had that in health class in high school, and fortunately I've never had to use it, but what a tremendous skill to have. Something that everybody should learn, and as you said, thank goodness Wilson was paying attention. Thank goodness for teachers that know how to convey that information. They've kept his mother alive. So 3rd and 10 from the 20 for Elkhart. Ross puts Dow in motion. Ross looks, throws, and Newbern is greeted rudely by Kenny Welsh. Oh, another hit by the Penn linebacker after a pickup of 2.
Wow, you're going to see it here in the Grandson Trucking replay. Just a great job of really coming up. Wow, form tackle, drove him into the ground and bringing up a big 4th down and bring out the punting team for the Elkhart Lions.
Jordan Hart with the kick that's sponsored by Cryo Edge Elite Performance and Health. And Hart with a kick that Horner is going to watch hit, and it rolls out of bounds right around the Penn 49-yard line. Well, they'll put it at the midfield stripe. So Penn gets a short field to work with, trailing 7-3 here in the 3rd quarter.
CryoEdge Elite Performance and Health in Elkhart is proud to help athletes from both teams revive, recover, and recharge. They specialize in holistic healing such as cryotherapy, compression therapy, and Firefly light therapy. CryoEdge Elite, 3 minutes to a better you.
By the way, big game in the Northern State Conference tonight, and Knox leads Jimtown 28-7 over at Bill Sharp Stadium. 1st and 10 from midfield. Jadon Parker brought down in the backfield. Terrific pursuit from Anthony Leonard. Leonard, a member of the Elkhart track team, he showed the speed that time.
Again, field position's a big key for both of these teams, and because their defenses have both been stepping up tonight and playing great throughout the game.
I know Trevon Curry was very fired up to have Leonard back on that defense after he missed a few weeks with a high ankle sprain. Kellen Watson at quarterback, member of the homecoming court tonight. Watson hands off to Parker again, and he just has nowhere to go. Elkhart's pursuit has been terrific. The play whistled dead at the 48, a loss of 1 again.
Thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana. Tony is a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com.
Tayshawn Bardo, the big-time receiver for Penn, has been held to 2 catches for 8 yards tonight. Let's see if they go looking for him on 3rd and 12. Everybody out in the pattern. Watson throws in the flat to Parker, and Parker tries to work his way upfield, and London Johnson throws him down at the 46. A pickup of 6, but well short of the first down, and Pete Reardon will have to send the punt unit out.
Great job by Johnson on the open field here. You can see on the Grandson Trucking replay of bringing him down, not letting him pick up that first down. People don't understand how hard that open field tackle is when guys got a full speed coming at you and your ability to break down and make that tackle.
The longer this game goes on, the more Elkhart's confidence builds here at Freed Field, a place where an Elkhart team has not won since 1985. That was Elkhart Memorial. Dylan D'Addario on to punt it. High hanger. Frankie Willis from his 12 brought down. Terrific tackle. Joey DePalma gets him on special teams. The senior hauls Willis down at the 12.
Respect, loyalty, pride, courage, integrity, and dedication. Those are the many ways officers at the St. Joe County Police are serving our community. If you are looking for a career change that can really make a difference, visit sjcpd.org to learn more.
You see the situation there on the TireRack.com scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the 12 here in the 3rd quarter. 8:05 to go in the stanza. 7-3 Elkhart. Chuck Freeby, Bo Hundt, Angelo, Carlo, and our great Michiana video crew with you. The handoff to Alonzo Newbern, and Newbern takes it up to the 16 for a pickup of 4.
The Lions really trying to get something going here, pick up a couple first downs to get out from inside their own 20-yard line here.
They're going at a little quicker tempo here right now, trying to keep Penn on its heels. Novell Miller, the running back this time. Ross looks over to the side. Let's see if there's a play change here. Ross throws. It's complete. And it's brought up to the 22-yard line that time. As making the grab for Elkhart that time was Frankie Willis, his first catch of the night.
Real close to the first down. Going to go ahead and give him the first down, sponsored by Heart City Health. Move those chains, exactly what the Lions need here tonight here in the 3rd quarter, leading 7-3.
That was a big possession for Elkhart just to get out of the shadow of its own goalposts and give that defense a little bit of rest. Again, it's Miller to the left of Ross. Dow in motion, but it's Miller straight ahead, and Novell Miller like a bowling ball rolling forward for about 9.
Thank you to Lilliard Insurance Agency for all their work in helping Sports Michiana get all its insurance needs. Real people, real service, real value. That's their slogan, but Matt Lilliard and his team also live it every day. Visit realvalueins.com to get the personal touch you deserve.
And now a penalty comes back to haunt Elkhart, as a false start is called against the Lions, and it'll cost them 5.
The one thing they didn't need there was a penalty after the big first down pickup.
7 penalties for 60 yards tonight, but 5 of those came in the first quarter when it looked like Elkhart was just going to self-destruct all night.
Yeah, again, their defense really bailing them out after those penalties.
Scoreboard says third, but the down marker says second, and I believe that's where we are, 2nd and 6. It's Miller, and he got wrapped up in the backfield. Terrific work that time in the backfield as Christian Bonner comes in and makes another stop for Penn. He has been a force along the defensive line tonight. Member of the basketball team with a 4.0 GPA.
He's been getting around that defensive line on the end, just getting penetration in the backfield, not time after time again, and there again to bring up a long third down here for the Lions.
Ross throws it too wide. He was looking for Frankie Willis, couldn't get him. 4th down, and Elkhart will have to have a punt, sponsored by CryoEdge Elite Performance Health.
Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Ryan Watson's office at 10775 McKinley Highway in Osceola. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Special teams have been so big in this game. You wonder if we're at a turning point right here. Jordan Hart takes his time getting rid of this one. It's a high hanger that's going to go out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So, again, good field position for Penn. 5:21 to go, third quarter. Elkhart leads at 7-3 on Sports Michiana.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh.
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliard Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliard Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliard. Call or text us today.
1st and 10 from the 40 for the Kingsmen, and it's Jadon Parker running right into Anthony Leonard. Ball pops loose, but Leonard was down already.
Yeah, that's a good call. He was being thrown backward, hit the turf, ball popped out, and way to be right on top of it. Again, great officials we have out here, and always in need of officials. Reach out to our friend Jimmy Arnett. If you're interested in getting in the officiating game, we need some young people out there.
Sure do. 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line for the Kingsmen. The passing attack has been neutralized tonight. Elkhart has held Penn to just 14 passing yards this evening. Handoff up the middle and nothing doing. Tyler gets stuck by Tyreek House. Well, this Elkhart defense, they're the kind of people you want at the blackjack table. Our American Technology Components factoids tonight tell you that Elkhart hits on 17 quite a bit. This defense has not allowed more than 17 points in a game this season. Again, that factoid brought to us by our friends at American Technology Components. 3rd and 9 for the Kingsmen. Elkhart fans across the way making some noise. Watson wants to throw on the run. Bardo, a nice sliding catch. Did he get the first down? They're going to spot him out a yard short.
Looked like where he went out was right where they're going to spot it, but where he caught the ball was clear up at the 50. Would have been a first down, but he was coming back for the ball. Looked like it was right on that line.
So 4th and 1 for Penn, and the Kingsmen will go for it here against this vaunted defensive line of Elkhart, which has 3 Division I athletes out there. Cordero McPhee on the field. Elkhart will take a timeout. 3:56 to go in the third. We'll get you right back after this on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, Precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. Real people, real service, real value. Penn is not used to you losing NIC games. They have been the kings of the NIC, the conference kingsmen. Penn seniors, 17-1 in NIC games. They've won 3 straight titles. That brought to you by American Technology Components. They're trying to keep that streak going here at Freed Field tonight, but they trail Elkhart 7-3, facing a 4th and 1 at their own 49 with 3:56 to go in the third. And Elkhart bringing out big Cordero McPhee to play some defense here right up the middle.
Watch the snap count.
Penn from the pistol. Stuck up the middle, got the first down. Up to the 48 of Elkhart, a 3-yard carry.
Well, I think that's what Penn's been looking for all night, is that line surge up front. That's the first time they actually got good line surge by that offensive line and pushed Elkhart off the ball.
Since the first quarter. They were doing it in the first quarter, but then Elkhart has held the line since then. Stock, a senior who had been out for a few games with an injury, is back. Former Sports Michiana Student Athlete of the Week. He gets the handoff again. This time it didn't go so well. Cordero McPhee committed to play football at the University of Cincinnati. Big old number 77 in there to make the stop that time. 6'5", 295. They have him playing both ways at Elkhart. I asked Trevon Curry about it this week. He said, I got to have my best guys doing that, and he has worked so hard in conditioning, he can do it.
Yeah, you can see here late in the third quarter, he's still very conditioned, making some big plays on that defensive line.
A gentle giant off the field, not so gentle on it. 2nd and 9. Watson to throw. Cole Bennett had to twist around to catch it, and that gave Elkhart plenty of time to pursue. Chance McCullough made the first hit right at the line of scrimmage.
For more than 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They're nationally known and locally run by an outstanding team that believes in supporting the Michiana community. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
That's Bennett's 5th catch of the season, his first tonight. Elkhart fans really hooting and hollering over on the other side on 3rd and 9. Play clock already down to 10. I think Pete Reardon's going to have to use a timeout here. It's sponsored by Events by Pro Show. 2:07 to go in the third. Elkhart looking for an upset. They're up 7-3 on Sports Michiana.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
On 3rd and 9 from the 47 of Elkhart. Penn with the football down 7-3. Kellen Watson knocked down by Cordero McPhee. McPhee, 6'5", 275, got that big old lion paw up there and batted it away. You'll see it again on the Grandson Trucking replay.
Watson had Bordeaux open down the field, but there you can see the big paw getting up there and knocking that ball down. Great defensive play and great defensive stop after Penn picked up the 4th down to continue this drive. Now a big stop by this Lions defense.
Beautiful shot by the former Kingsman State champ Chris Skibby down there on our field camera tonight. Dylan D'Addario on for the punt. Frankie Willis, the deep man, stands at his 15. High snap. D'Addario keeps his calm, gets it away, and keeps it away from Willis. It takes a Kingsman roll, and it'll die at the 13, and Elkhart will take over there.
Hart City Health in Elkhart cheers on the Lions. Hart City Health is a federal qualified health center providing affordable, high-quality medical, dental, and behavioral health care to residents of Elkhart County. Learn more at heartcityhealth.org.
You look at Trevon Curry over on that Elkhart sideline, a 2005 Elkhart Central grad. He is the kindergarten through 8th grade attendance coordinator in the Elkhart schools, was the defensive coordinator up until this year. Trying to coax his team to a victory here. First by any Elkhart high school at Freed Field since 1985 when Elkhart Memorial beat Penn 10-7. First and 10 at the 13. Connor Dow on the end around, breaks one tackle but can't break them all and only gets a yard on the play.
Jason Thompson and the Mental Edge equip local teams and athletes with the skills they need to overcome mental roadblocks, compete with confidence, and reach their potential. Learn more by going to thementaledge.co.
Northridge has beaten Wawasee tonight 44-15. End of 3 at Fisher Field. Warsaw leads Mishawaka 14-13.
Wow.
Here at 7-3, Elkhart. Quinn Rost on the quarterback keeper gets stood up right at the 15-yard line. Wilson Thomas was there to drive him back.
Our factoids tonight were brought to you by American Technology Components in Elkhart. They strive to positively impact the success of customers, the well-being of associates, and the good in our communities. For nearly 40 years, American Technology Components has provided extraordinary products that enhance the travel experience. Best of luck to both teams in tonight's game.
3rd and 8 from the 15. Elkhart hanging on to a 4-point lead. Waning seconds of quarter number 3. Rost wants to throw, unloads, and it's caught out there, but not close to the first down. About a yard or 2 short that time as Keelan Fred made the catch at what looks to be the 21-yard line. He had to get to the 23.
Yeah, caught, went out of bounds, stops the clock. Looks like Elkhart might be calling a timeout as well, or injured
like
player.
An official's timeout for an injured player. And I believe that's Frankie Willis down on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 27 seconds to go in the third. 7-3 Elkhart on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
The Penn cheerleaders trying to fire up this homecoming crowd as they get ready to receive a punt. Frankie Willis was the injured player. He hobbles off the field with what looked like an ankle problem. That could be a key for Elkhart down the stretch, as remember, he is their punt returner. Jordan Hart is back to punt for Elkhart. Bardo and Horner, the deep men for Penn. Hart with a high hanger. Horner, fair catch, will be made at the Penn 47 with 15 seconds left here in the third quarter, and what has been a taffy pull between these two teams tonight.
Definitely has that kick. Sponsored by CryoEdge Elite Performance and Health, and big thank you to Barnaby's Pizza at Twin Branch for feeding our crew tonight. Barnaby's of Mishawaka has 3 great locations: Twin Branch, Granger, and on Grape Road. And congratulations to owner Mike Lane, who is this week celebrates 55 years of working at Barnaby's.
It's a final from the rock pile. Plymouth has beaten Northwood 14-10, so the Rockies remain in contention in the Northern Lakes Conference. Even though Concord beat Goshen tonight 49-0, Adam Hamley's team only has 1 loss in the conference, and they'll play Concord in the regular season finale.
Yeah, just what Plymouth has done this year has really surprised a lot of people in their grit and passion. And last week they really showed it, and again this week coming back and beating Mr. Andrews and the Panthers.
Jadon Parker for 7 up the middle on what will be the final play of the third quarter. The emotions are running high at Freed Field. It's homecoming, but Penn and Elkhart are battling, and it's 7-3 Elkhart after 3 on Sports Michiana.
They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me. Huh? Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection. You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Welcome back to Freed Field. 2nd and 3 from the 46-yard line for Penn as we start the fourth quarter, sponsored by Crystal Clear Pools. Kellen Watson hands it off to Jadon Parker. Parker gets to the outside. He's got the first down and more. Parker still running and gets it all the way down to the 31. His best run of the night.
Great job of getting to the outside. Great run by Parker, picking up the big first down as we get ready to go here in the fourth quarter. Reminder, our fourth quarter is sponsored by Burn Boot Camp, an inclusive gym with the best community. Burn Boot Camp in Granger is a proud supporter of local youth sports and Penn football. Burn offers 45-minute strength and conditioning camps led by personal trainers with free child watch. Sign up for a free trial at burnbootcamp.com or fourth quarter sponsor.
There's an injured Elkhart player down on the field. Let's go downstairs to Angelo DiCarlo. He has a Patrick sideline report. Ange?
Patrick sideline report, and we're joined by Patrick Driscoll, former St. Joe wide receiver, and you're wondering why are we interviewing a St. Joe wide receiver at a Penn Elkhart game. That's because Patrick just graduated from Clemson and he's going into broadcasting. He'll be our sideline reporter coming up for the next 2 weeks. So Patrick, just how excited are you to get into the broadcasting business?
Oh man, I'm super excited. You know, I've always wanted to work in television. It's been a lifelong dream of mine, so just really grateful for this opportunity, really excited.
All right, give us your expert analysis on how this game's played out so far.
I'd say right now what's really stuck out to me is, you know, Elkhart's actually made Penn. They've forced some mistakes out of them, so you don't really see that too often, so props to the Lions for that. So it's been a great battle.
All right, Patrick, thank you very much. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
Anthony Leonard with another nice tackle that time on Jadon Parker after a pickup of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 9. I just have to look down there at a young Patrick Driscoll and think I used to have hair like that.
Been a while for both of us.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Great to have Patrick aboard and filling in for me next week, you the following week, and it's always nice to have the ex-athletes come back that we've covered in the past.
2nd and 9 from the 31. Watson keeps it himself, trying to get around the outside. Kellen Watson bobbing, weaving, and all the way down to the 21 for a first down. Pickup of 10 for the Kingsman quarterback.
Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck supports high school athletics. Whether you want hot coffee, iced or frozen, or energy drink, Tom's has you covered. Book your event at travelandtomscoffee.com. Looks like there's a flag in the backfield back there.
It is. It's down at the 33-yard line, and everybody coming back this way. This appears to be against Penn. And it's a holding call against the Kingsmen. Ooh, that's a huge penalty in this game right now. A 10-yarder that negates the momentum that had been built up.
Sports Michiana apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, tumblers. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976, It's Tops give you personalized attention you deserve. Learn more, itstops.net.
A screen to Jadon Parker gets Penn back about 10 yards on the play and sets up a 3rd and 8. Parker with his second catch of the night. They'll call it 3rd and 9 on the scoreboard from the 31. Again, Bardo has been very quiet here in the second half. Lined up wide on the left side. Watson scrambling. Now he's going to step up and try to run. He's got some room. Oh, he trips over his own 2 feet at the 29-yard line. And now Penn is looking at a 4th and 7.
You can see the grandson trucking replay here. I really like what Watson did at the end here. You'll see when he slows down to try to follow his blocker. Great job of getting over here. He sees he's got a blocker there. He's going to slow down and use him. Problem was is he hit his own feet and tripped over him. So I believe he probably would have had a 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a big gainer. Instead, it wound up only being 2 yards. 4th and 7. Play clock down to 8. Watson from the gun. Fires off the hands of Bardo and incomplete, and Elkhart is held on downs.
Take your event to the next level with Events by Pro Show, specializing in audio, visual, lighting, and DJ services. Their team will help you bring your event vision to life. Learn more at eventsbyproshow.com and go Kingsmen.
It was a little bit behind Bardo, but it certainly looked like a catchable ball, and it hit him in the hands. So now Elkhart with the ball, 9:05 left and a 4-point lead.
Elkhart really needs to pick up a few first downs here, really drain this clock a little bit, try to get the ball down the field and make Penn drive the whole distance if they can't score.
Novell Miller met in the hole by Wilson Thomas and brought down after a pickup of 2.
At Sanders and Pianowski, professional service to their clients is their first and compelling priority. The firm of Sanders and Pianowski wish both teams well in tonight's game. Serving the community for decades and decades to come, Sanders and Pianowski on the Riverwalk in downtown Elkhart.
2nd and 7. Warsaw defeats Mishawaka tonight, 21-13. So Bart Curtis bounces back from the 2-game losing streak and beats his old buddy Keith Kinder. On 2nd and 7, it's the end around. And Keelan Fred is met by Vinnie Freeman and Wilson Thomas. Pickup of 1 on the play.
Little Finn Swim School provides more than swim lessons. They give your child life-saving skills with a new location on Merrifield in Mishawaka. Little Finn's is also the best place. Lily DiCarlo is a certified swimmer and loves to go. Little Finn Swim School, building confidence in the water 15 minutes at a time. Go Kingsmen.
New Prairie leading Marion 28-21 now in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 6 here. 7-3 Elkhart. Rost fires, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 7:36.
I think that's the biggest thing. The clock stops, gives Penn plenty of time. Need a big kick here, sponsored by CryoEdge Elite Performance and Health by the Lions.
Penn has not really tried to put any pressure on Jordan Hart punting the football tonight. You wonder if this might be the time where they try to ramp it up a little bit. On the other hand, Peyton Horner and Tayshawn Bardo drop deep for the Kingsmen, hoping to make something happen. Low snap, And Hart's going to try to run. Hart gets the outside. He's going to get the first down. Holy cow, what a play by Jordan Hart for Elkhart.
Wow. Bad snap. Bonner comes in. Looks like he's going to block it. Here you can see he just took off running. Nobody on the left-hand side and picks up the easy first down for the Lions to keep this drive alive.
An incredible run by Hart, who takes it all the way up to the Penn 49. The first down sponsored by Hart City Health. And that's a 15-yard pickup for Hart. And the Lions now hang on to the ball a little bit longer and improve the field position. It's the handoff up the middle. Novell Miller runs for 4.
Crystal Clear Pools in Osceola is a proud supporter of high school athletics. To all the student athletes, band members, and cheerleaders participating this fall, keep up the hard work and thank you for being leaders in your schools and communities.
Miller with the run, and he ran behind Cordero McPhee, again the Cincinnati commit, helping move the line for Elkhart. Quinn Rost at quarterback. Doing a great job of leadership on this team this year. Has not put up glossy numbers, but man, everybody on that team respects him. Miller up the middle, couldn't get anything. And it'll be 3rd and 6. Bonner with another tackle, and a late flag comes in. Personal foul, face mask on Penn.
Wow.
And another first down sponsored by Hart City Health.
Another huge penalty by this Kingsman defense gives the first down for the Lions.
Elkhart made a point about talking about foolish penalties, but penalties have been a problem for Penn this year too. They had a big holding call down here on the drive where it looked like Watson had a first down at the 21. Yeah. And now another penalty to move Elkhart even deeper with 6:38 to go at the Kingsman 32. Rost trying to lob it out there, and it's well covered by Colton Hernandez. They were looking for Frankie Willis. Good to see Frankie back after the ankle problem, but he was well covered, and Rost threw that ball away.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. Want to help? Learn more on joining the Imaginary Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
2nd and 10 from the 32. 6:25 to go in this one. Elkhart leading 7-3. It's Miller up the middle, and Miller gets met by Jonathan Searfoss and Wilson Thomas. No, that is Thomas. 2 yards on the play. 11 carries, 40 yards for Miller tonight, and it's 3rd and 8 for the Lions at the 30.
Dean's Barbecue is your home for the best barbecue in Granger. They are more than just barbecue. They're a full-service, chef-driven restaurant where everything is made from scratch. Good food with good friends and great atmosphere. Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant at 23 and Bittersweet in Granger.
And around, didn't fool Kenny Welsh at all, and probably took the Lions out of any hope for a field goal.
Yeah, I think it definitely took them out of field goal range, and they'll look to probably punt this ball and pin the Kingsmen inside the 10-yard line, hopefully.
Now the play for Jordan Hart, who saved the bacon for the Lions a moment ago by running for a first down off a low snap. The play here is you just want to pooch the punt and not put it in the end zone. Penn won't even bother to put anybody deep here.
I think they're not even going to snap it. They're going to take the 5-yard penalty. Well, they did get it off, just barely.
Hart was lucky his knee didn't touch. This punt is going to go into the end zone. It's only a 14-yard pickup on the exchange. 1st and 10 from the 20. Penn's defense has done a nice job tonight. You saw Kenny Welsh and Christian Bonner on that series, and 42, Kenny Welsh has had a good night for the Kingsmen on defense, making some big plays.
Here you can see some big plays right there. Just knocking down, really stopping open field tackles, putting pressure on Rost in the backfield. Just a lot of plays happening all over the field.
But now the job is up to the Kingsman offense. 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 4:51 to go. Jadon Parker didn't fool anybody. He was met right away by Cross Jones at the line of scrimmage.
Chips and Doodles is a family-owned and operated small batch local bakery. Their delicious cookies are baked in a commercial kitchen and made with real vanilla and butter. Delivery is available, as is pickup near downtown South Bend. Learn more at chipsanddoodles.com.
Penn trying to find something that'll work on offense here against this talented Elkhart defense. Watson throws, it's tipped and falls incomplete.
Very close on being intercepted on that play.
It'll be 3rd down.
Upgrading your window treatments. Don't DIY it. Call Quality Window Treatments with free in-person consultations, design help, and local installation. There's no guesswork required. Visit qualitywindowtreatment.com and see your space in a whole new light.
The Elkhart fandom getting real loud on the opposite side of Freed Field on 3rd and 10. And a whistle, and what do we have? A full start on Penn. And man, are those Elkhart fans across the way making some noise. They may have been part of the reason behind that 5-yard.
Yeah, they're definitely rooting over there and cheering on their Lions. And Hardware Plus roots for the Kingsmen and has been Osceola's favorite local hardware store for nearly a century, featuring a wide selection of products and customer service experts. Hardware Plus, where service begins with the words, "How can I help you?" and a handshake.
7 penalties, 50 yards now on the Kingsmen. Watson steps up in the pocket, going deep for Bardo, and overthrew him.
Yeah, really just kind of launched it down the field. First time they've really tried to actually go downfield to Bardo, and really didn't have a chance at that one. Just kind of threw it and kind of drifted off to the center of the field.
So it'll be 4th down, and Dylan D'Addario and the Kingsmen will have to punt it away, and Pete Reardon is going to have to start thinking about using some timeouts on defense. Frankie Willis is the deep man for Elkhart, and he is a dangerous man. You got to keep the ball away from him if you can. D'Addario kicks this one straight to Willis at the 47. Willis up the middle of the field. Vinnie Freeman pops him at the 35. So 3:53 to go in this one. Elkhart beat Penn at Rice Field back in 2020 in the first year of the merger. That is the only time an Elkhart High School has defeated Penn in football since Elkhart Memorial won on this field in 1985, beating Chris Giesman's Penn Kingsmen 10-7 that night. I was here doing radio.
That was quite a while ago for anybody around watching the football, and like you said, the merger back in 2020, and they've met 2 out of the last 3 years in the playoffs as well, where Penn has won those. They've won 5 of their last 6 meetings.
Elkhart trying to get a sole possession of first place in the NIC with a win here tonight. Connor Dow's got to wrap up the football for the Lions, and he does for a pickup of 4. Right now, Penn's got to try to find a way to force a turnover.
Yeah, they got to really stuff up the middle and really stop their running backs, and when they do that, they want to hold them up so another guy can come in and try to strip the ball. Reminder, our 4th quarter is sponsored by Burn Boot Camp in Granger.
Interesting, Elkhart brings in Carmine Orozco here as an offensive lineman. He played offensive line for Mishawaka last year. In fact, that was probably his best position, although he's had a good night on the defensive line here as well. Jumbo blockers in there on the left side, but they're going to run to the right with Quinn Rost, and Rost gets tagged but hangs on to the ball to the 29, a pickup of 2.
The Penn boosters always cheer for the Kingsmen, and last year there's boosters awarded $110,000 to various academic clubs and teams. Support the Penn boosters by following them on Facebook or go to pennboosters.org.
Trevon Curry is a man of his word. He's got 3 D1 recruits out there on the field right now in his offensive line with Orozco, McPhee, and Dye. Dye wears 99. He's lined up right behind the tight end, and Orozco is lined up right behind Dye. You see them come over in motion.
I bet you they run behind them.
That's the idea. Novell Miller tripped up short of the first down. He gets to the 26, and Pete Reardon will use a timeout. It's sponsored by Events by Pro Show. 2:16 to go in this one. 7-3 Elkhart on Sports Michiana.
I joined Notre Dame Federal Credit Union a long time ago.
1978.
I've been a member over 15 years.
I've worked with Notre Dame my whole banking life.
44 years.
I have my checking account there, I have my savings account there.
Really value the
community-based banking system.
My credit card with Notre Dame, I have my car insurance with Notre Dame.
I can't say enough good things, really.
I have my auto loans with
My
Notre Dame.
whole life is at Notre Dame
I
Credit
will
Union.
remain with them until the day I die.
It's one unique, one special vibe.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. 4th and 1 for Elkhart at the Penn 26. A first down may be close enough to sealing the deal for the Lions. Penn still with a couple of timeouts they can use.
Well, this would seal the deal for the most part for the Lions to win the conference and win since the first time from 85, and they're going to run behind the big boys.
Miller up the middle's got the first down and more. Novell Miller to the 22. And 2:11 stands between Elkhart and victory. "12 carries, 44 yards, and he didn't run really behind the big boys. He ran behind his center, Keaton Thompson, the 5'11", 295-pound senior with a 3.9 GPA. And then McPhee and Franklin, those big 300-pound guards.
Yeah, they're just going to keep it on the ground here and force Penn to use that last time out and see if they can run this clock down to almost nothing.
Rost has done a terrific job of managing this game for Elkhart tonight. Miller up the middle, and Searfoss sticks him at the 18, a pickup of 4. Pete Reardon waiting to use those timeouts. Elkhart looking at a 2nd and 5. What a job Trevon Curry is doing over in Elkhart as he has the Lions on the brink of a win over the other 6A team in the area, the Penn Kingsmen. Elkhart trying to get lined up and set. They do, and they give it to Miller, and Penn keeps trying to strip him, but Miller hangs on tight to the 15. And again, Pete Reardon not using the timeout here. And the play clock is only about 9 seconds different than the game clock. And the Lion fans have turned on the lights because the party's over. Quinn Rost trying to get his troops all set here with the play clock down to 10. 3rd and 3. Miller on the handoff, up the middle, first down, and that'll do it. The Elkhart Lions have come to Freed Field and knocked off Penn. For the first time since 1985, a football team from the city of Elkhart has beaten Penn at Freed Field. They spoil the homecoming party. The final, Elkhart 7, Penn 3, and look at the jubilation for the kids from the city with a heart. We have a lot to talk about on our St. Joe County Police Department post-game show, and we'll have our Reliance Player of the Game and our Big C Lumber Play of the Game. It all comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's tire decision guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
In 1969, America celebrated men landing on the moon. Now the USA is trying to return, and Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is helping pave the way. IFT is providing paint, chemical conversion coatings, and non-destructive testing services for NASA's Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft, which will deliver astronauts to the moon and possibly Mars. Help make it happen by joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
Just graduated high school and now wondering what's next? Ready to start making a difference? Now is your chance. The St. Joe County Police Department Correctional Officer's starting pay is $50,000. Working in the jail can teach you life skills that you can use as a correctional or police officer. Benefits include vacation, medical, dental, and vision. For more information, call Sergeant Kylie Williams at 574-245-6263 or apply at sjcpd.org.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, putting people over profits. You see the Elkhart Lions being spoken to by their head coach Trevon Curry down in the south corner of Freed Field after a 7-3 victory over the Penn Kingsmen. Let's go downstairs for our Reliance Player of the Game. And Angelo Carlo is standing by with Cordero McPhee.
Wow, what a game. Take us through the emotions of getting this victory here at Freed Field.
Oh, man, it's a lot of emotions. 38 years, nobody has beat them here from Elkhart. Just a lot of emotions, a lot of, passion with my team. We went through it all together.
So you guys knew that stat coming in. How much was that emphasized to try to make some history here for Elkhart?
Man, it was a lot. All week we prepped it. We talked about our city. We talked about Elkhart. We talked about being together as a unit. And we just came out here and we did what we had to do to win.
What did you guys do to come away with this victory? Obviously, a lot of it was done on the defensive side of the ball.
Just be more physical, punch it in early, and just go our defense. We have the #1 defense in Indiana, and I stand on that. And I feel like everybody should see it now. And I know that our defense is here to play and our offense is here to score.
I was going to say, offense only scored 7 points, but boy, did you guys get the job done on that last drive, running out the clock. Talk about what the emotions were like there and what you guys were able to do to run out the clock.
Man, first downs, man. Our coach, Kirkton, he talks about it all the time, first downs. And that first down that we just got won us the game.
And finally, you're now in sole possession of first place in the NIC. How much do you guys want this conference title?
We want it bad for my head coach, Coach Curry, and we want it bad for this team.
Cordell, thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Cordell McPhee, our player of the game, Reliance player of the game, as Elkhart gets the huge win. Back upstairs to Chuck and Bo.
I'm going to call an audible on the Big C Lumber play of the game because we had talked about a play that happened in the first half, but I want to go back to that last possession that Anj just talked about. And there was a key play that was made by Jordan Hart, the punter, because there was a low snap on that punt play, and Jordan Hart managed to scoop up the ball and take it for a first down. I don't know if we can find that play down in the truck, but that should be our Big C Lumber play of the game. Watch it here, Bo.
Yeah, just a great job. A bad snap, fielded it like a shortstop or a second baseman, middle infielder, and great instincts of getting up the field, picking up that first down, kept the drive alive, and they were able to take time and time off the clock and, went on and won the game. But that's just a great big play of the game and great job on the defense by the Lions.
So what a terrific job by Hart. What a job by the Elkhart Lions tonight, who raised their record to 6-1 with this. They're all alone in first place in the NIC. I do warn you, they do have to play Marion next week, and that's a dangerous ball club. They've got some explosive players as well.
Yeah, and especially after a game like tonight. I mean, there's so much emotion built up throughout the week for this game. You finally get the victory. You finally win after, over here at Penn since 1985. Again, they did win in 2020 over in Elkhart. But again, next week there's always maybe that little letdown against a Marion team that's very feisty and has a lot of playmakers and can surprise you and can put up a lot of points on the scoreboard as well.
But Cordero's right. This defense is terrific.
I think it's probably one of the best defense in the state, and he did say the #1 defense in the state.
Folks over at Concord would say, well, wait a minute, we beat you by 1, but still, what a game that was. What a game this was. And our thanks to our Sports Michiana crew for helping bring it to you, led by our producer-director, Gary Martin, who helped us out a lot tonight, along with the usual support of our terrific folks, Josh Kellogg doing the replay, Tony Beltran down in the truck, and then terrific camera work throughout the night. A reminder, the next Friday night we have more high school football for you as we go into the state of Michigan for a big game in the Wolverine Conference as Niles will take on Edwardsburg. We're on the air with pregame at 6:45 and have the kickoff for you from Leo Hoffman Field at 7 o'clock. We do hope you'll join us then. Now for my broadcast partners, the Hall of Famer Bo Hundt and Angelo Carlo, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final, Elkhart 7, Penn 3. The preceding has been a presentation of Sports Michiana.
Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. Thank you to all these great sponsors for making it possible. Support us.